kuna wale, they can actually air their dirty linen in public. Like when you're having an argument or things have been tense, like don't talk down your person in public, right? Like don't tell them to shut up. Don't tell them to, like, don't talk to your boys and like dismiss her in front of them. Same with the ladies. Don't go and start talking about your husband or your boyfriend and discrediting him in front of other people. Kuna watu wana time move your relationship breaks up and maybe they'll move in because you know sometimes we don't appreciate what we have.
Yeah, that's so damaging. Public criticism.
Yeah,
it's extremely damaging. And when you say public, it can be just one more person putting down your wife in front of the house help.
Yeah.
You know, she's if you have corrections to make, let's talk between the two of us. Out there, let's put up the image that is required. That we are married and we are human. We are not perfect. We have our times, but we don't need to expose them. So even if you don't tell us, Joyce, I know you and your hubby are not always laughing every day. Neither do I and my wife are always laughing every day. But it's an open secret. But do we need to show the public where we are now? No, because people cannot take advantage of it. So if you have a person who criticizes you publicly, possibly you are being more damaged.
Yeah.
And remember, we said the wound you should not excuse the wound just because the person who pierced you, said they loved you.
Right.
Just because you're wounded by a person who, you're saying you're in a relationship to, you should not accommodate pain.
And that thing about public criticism is so damaging because you're telling your partner that you're not a team, that you're willing to kanyaga them, if it was going to make you look better in public. Yeah. So why should they stay with you?
That's the point. Actually, many times when you embarrass me before my friends, many times you have not only hurt our relationship between us, but you also umenipotezea heshima kwao. And the same thing we tell girls. Have a friend, one friend or a professional. Joyce, we said, kuna series za maisha yako you should only trust with strangers. Not people who are in your life to stay. Learn that. Yeah, professional. Come open. Because I don't know you and I can't tell anybody. I don't know your life. You trust a friend with so much secrets, they'll always have something. A power over you, najua. And they can say it and then they can hurt you. So with these girls, you girls like sharing and you have this new crush and you have this guy and all that. Be very careful whom you open into because they can be aroused to envy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing better than them. They can hurt you. That's why we said relatives are very dangerous because they'll be always in your life and they can compare.
Yeah.
Huyu ndiye mdogo wa huyu, huyu ndiye mkubwa wa huyu, In Africa we say there are two ways of becoming the firstborn. Be born first or be the most successful. The most successful child becomes the leader automatically.
Sure.
But these others are wondering, ulinipita wapi? Your success highlights my failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let me move on to some other comments here because I have a lot of questions coming in.
Okay.
Someone here is saying... hey Joyce, just enjoying the show from Kayole. You have a question about the Frozen cartoon. I'm going to be sharing details about that towards the end of the show. Hey Joyce, what if he tells you wewe ni bure kabisa? Guy.
Okay, let me ask, by the time you marry bure kabisa, who are you? You are the bigger bure kabisa. So if this man does, you cannot insult your wife without insulting yourself.
Yeah,
you picked her. Na tunasema, if you have this person who has no qualms, who does not feel anything when they're putting you down, making you feel bad.
Yeah, that's not a good person.
Let's say this. There's a book called Love It Forward. Love is not a frozen thing. Si kama idea Kenya ukipata ushapata. Me, I marry you, but will only stay as long as you're valuing me.
Right.
I have not submitted to be your slave.
Yeah.
Let the ladies to continue putting a thermometer into their relationship and to sense whether it is still working. Don't listen to this social pressure that you have to keep your marriage working.
Yeah.
God hates divorce, Christians. God hates divorce but does not hate divorcees. He knows the relationship takes two people. And if one stop playing, you see must ukae pale. We don't see anywhere where the Bible, condemns Abigail for trying to appease the wise man against the foolish husband. And I've always asked where the wise girl had gotten hooked up with a fool. Maybe those days they were being hooked by other people. But you're saying, come on, I could put it down continually. Put down your foot and say, I can't stay with this anymore. Some ladies will ask, when will these games stop? I tell them they will stop when you stop playing.
Wow. Hey, okay. Let me move on to some more questions. Hey there, how do you handle a lady who thinks you always cheat on her? So I'm going to read a couple and we can summarize our answers now. How do you handle a lady who thinks you always cheat on her and she doesn't want you to relate? Atana relatives, that's by Kelvo. And we kind of touched on that a little bit, but I'll throw that to you later. Hey Joyce, just saying hi, I love you. It's Purity from Gong. Thank you so much, Purity, for your love. I do appreciate you. Hello, Joyce. Say hi to the guest. When I argue with my boyfriend, I always talk of a breakup, but now we are in good terms. My fears are he has been raised with relatives and he is an orphan. He needs me to act like a mom and a girlfriend and lover. Please help. Heh, that doesn't sound like a very healthy or stable relationship.
Let's start here. When you date these people are very needy, they're coming from a like that orphan, and they want you to be both the mother, the girlfriend, the lover. You are not looking for a project, excuse me. This is not a rescue center. You're looking for a man, a partner, a husband, a lover, a person who gives you as much as you give them. Don't be manipulated by people's needs to stay there and they feed on you when they're not feeding you. Soon you'll be depleted. Let's say this, Joyce. Put it on the table with that guy. I understand your need, I understand the situation, but understand I also have needs. Okay? I may have good family that raised me, but they're not here with me anymore. This is about us.
Yeah.
So can you work on your side? Sometimes I tell ladies, help that guy. Love him the way you love the moon. Fondly, but from a distance. We all love the moon, but we don't go to live there. We know we can't survive there. So there are people you need to love them from a distance.
Wow.
That is still love.
Okay. 2 more messages here, Benjamin. Hey, Joyce, loving the show. I want to ask how to deal with a partner who's so possessive. He wants everything to go as per his way. Not that I don't have a say, but he'll always have a way to get his way through everything, and it's really becoming an issue.
It's becoming an issue because you're still accommodating it. Why don't you put it up the way you have written this text? Why don't you text him like that? I'm concerned that you're always having your way. I'm concerned that I'm losing my voice. I can't, when you pretend like you're hearing my voice, but finally you still force your way.
Is this part of what we were talking about earlier, Benjamin? That in a way, it's almost like we can get ourselves to a point of desperation just to be in a relationship.
Very good.
That now suddenly it's like you don't call out things.
Yes.
Because you're scared of losing the relationship when you know it's not even doing
I think it's
you
her
well.
fear that is keeping her there. Sometimes you're afraid if I rock the boat, I'll be left. Is it your fear of abandonment? I hope that lady would even call up. I do sessions on phone. Call up and let's talk.
Okay.
I can guide you. Part of it, what usually do these people is tell them, what are you afraid most of? Atakwambia, mi simajiningi nikiachwa, naogopa. I was brought up by a single mother, naogopa watoto wangu walelewa na single mother again. I fear carrying that forward. Naambia, excuse me, you can't control life like that.
Yeah.
After the Bible inakwambia, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with other people. As far as it depends on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, one last one, Benjamin, very quickly. It's a bit of a long text, but hey, Joyce, please, I need some help here. I'm getting married next week, but the guy is never involving me in any discussion about anything, talk of money, friends, or anything. When we met, I used to do my makeup, dress the way I want, and I valued him. On the way, he started changing me. Now I don't do anything that I loved before. I feel like my self-esteem is damaged because he always tells me I don't look beautiful at all. What? If I try to tell him that I don't like the way he does things, he gets mad at me and I just don't want to hear it anymore. Please help me. That's June. Getting married next week.
June, that's urgent. Contact me, zulubenjamin@gmail.
Yeah, please.
I think this girl and many others value wedding so much they forget marriage. She's talking of wedding.
Surely you're about to get married. He cannot not call you beautiful like the week
I'm
before your
wondering
wedding.
that.
Seriously.
It's like you're being hunted down and now you're
That's
being
not okay.
caged.
June, please reach out to Benjamin. Your number?
zulubenjamin@gmail.com. Facebook is Zulu Benjamin page. Let that girl contact me.
All right. Unfortunately, my time is up and I do need to wrap up. But thank you guys for all of your feedback and your comments. It's been a great engaging session with you. Just, listening to all of the different feedback that's coming in, your questions. And thank you to my guest. Thank you, Benjamin, as always, for coming through. Now, guys, before I go, let me remind you that Aladdin is offering a 90% discount when you shop of their clothing or groceries online. And as our audience here on Switch TV, you get an extra discount of 200 shillings when you use the coupon code SWH200. There's also a better deal where anyone who shops for an amount totaling 1,000 bob and above gets a chance to choose any product that will be labeled 1 bob, and that could even include a phone. Your goods will be delivered to you within 48 hours of request. And of course, someone was asking about Frozen. Switch TV is giving a double treat to all our super fans. We have tickets to watch Charlie's Angels, Frozen up this week, and you stand a chance to win those tickets. For details, please do follow Switch TV pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more details. And also, if you watch movies at Anga IMAX, Anga Sky, and Anga Diamond every Tuesday, you will get yourself 50% off popcorn of all sizes. Whew. All right, guys, I think we're done for the day. Thank you so much for your company, for your feedback and your SMSs. Let's do this again tomorrow as we continue to grow and sharpen one another. Until then, have yourselves a blessed day. I'll see you soon. Ciao.